Me in the chat, we taking on the fight. Windows computer issues, we gonna make it right. Got that brilliant tech advice, 6-day a week, yeah. We gonna help solve it all. No need to ignite.
Good morning. It is 9 a.m. June 20th, 2024 on a Thursday. Jeez. Yeah, I didn't press the mic button at the right time. There's a confirmation, and I have not enabled SpeakerBot messages. So there should be one instance at 5 minutes. I just turned it on, and another one at 20 minutes. I just changed my mind just after I punched the buttons to start the show. I changed my mind about a couple of things. I start clicking on stuff and lost track. Oh well. Darren Gilholm with a comment on yesterday's video. Seagate expansion desktop external drive 8 terabyte black, or the one I'm using. And I just turned app audio on. So there, I forgot that one as well, John. So you guys didn't hear John's first check-in. The one I'm using for 140 pounds. Be using them for the last 10 years. Then take them out of the case. Then put them in the main computer after 2 years. So you know, or some of you know. What does Doug do when he reads this? Because there's a brain teaser in there. What? Be using them for the last 10 years. Then take them out of the case. Then put them in the main computer after 2 years. So let's pick this apart. After 10 years, then he takes them out of the case and waits another 2 years to put them in to the main computer. Or does he mean for the last 10 years, I've been using them for two years as an external, then take them out of the external case, then put them in the computer. So if that's what happens, then he starts with one of them. After 2 years, he buys one. 4 years buys another. 6 years buys another. 8 years buys another. Now it's the 10th year because he says he's been doing this for 10 years. So that's 6 drives. One that he just bought, so that's external. So now he must have 5 8-terabyte drives inside his main computer. Is that what it is?
John Williams said, "Don't want to rush into anything."
I think he's relating. I think that comment must be in relation to chat messages going on. Darren, don't bother correcting that. Just having fun with it. And let's get on to what else. There's a random going on. I can see out of the corner of my eye. I do see Ken Stout is here, so I can explain what happened with that end screen thing that I did yesterday. And yes, Ken, I saw yours, what you did with it last night. And I come back here to the main camera so that we can show whoever did the vanishing. John Williams did the vanishing, or the Victor. So I checked on it all throughout last evening. When I went to bed last night, the live thumbnails were still not available on the end screen. When I got up this morning, they were available. No, well, I shouldn't say they were available. What I should say is that on... let's see, over here, the way I was monitoring it is watching for the HD symbol to show up here. Turn that picture-in-picture off. The HD symbol to show up here, and also the in-screen opportunity to show up here. And when I went to bed last night, it still wasn't there. Although, not too long after the live stream ended, I could go back and replay the live stream and watch it in HD. So the HD video was available long before, many, many hours before the HD showed up here. But it wasn't until this morning that end screen was available. Now, from one of the comments, or some of the comments Ken made, it sounded like he thought it was going to be a lot of trouble to come in here and configure the end screen. No, that's very simple because, let's see, I can't really demonstrate it here because this one already has an end screen. So I'm going to discard changes and go back and show how to do this efficiently. So I'll go back to a older video. Let's take 454 and go into end screen. The easy peasy way to do it here is import from video and then put in the name of the video where you have configured how you want the end screens to work. And I have done that on a video that was with Rick Hubbard long time ago, because that's what I used for my experiments. So this video here has the end screen configured the way I want. So it has all these different time starts for the different videos, the different end screen elements. And if I bring the playhead out here to the end, we can see what those are. So I have two specific videos, and I have most recent upload and best for viewer. And then you can save the changes. So it's very easy to apply the end screen once that becomes available. Now, from another conversation that Ken was having on his show last night, I came to realize, aha, he doesn't understand the reason why I want to do this. This is not for the benefit of the people who are regularly involved in the community. In my mind, don't try to get into my mind. The end screens are for new to this channel, people who are watching videos on this channel and they aren't a regular part of the community. So it's a way to try to get them to become a regular part of the community. And that's why, let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted, I'm gonna test a button. No, I'm not, because I don't have that button. Oh well, that alarm was a reminder for me that something I can't do. But anyway, here, that's why I chose these. It's for how to get free computer support, how to get paid computer support.
Ken Stout Live said no one understands what is the purpose of your end screens, do they?
Yeah, well, you don't. I understand it. So no one, that's not correct, because I understand it. So you don't. That's on you. I'm trying to tell you why. It's for new viewers to the channel to try to get them to watch something else on the channel. Also, by having them to be short videos, I think it's more likely for someone to click on them and look at them. So what my intentions are is to test with this. And when we go into analytics for a particular video, let's see, I don't want to do that one because that one doesn't actually have an end screen. So if we go to the one from yesterday, which has an end screen now, what I'm going to be doing with the analytics for this to see if it's worthwhile, whether it's worth continuing with this, is to look at, after I apply the end screens, do views go up?
Manor said random viewers.
Yeah, it would be random viewers, I suppose. And reach, let's see here, data impressions. I want to see if YouTube suggests my video to more people after the end screens are present. And then on the engagement tab, come down here to end screen element click rate. And I'll be able to see, are people actually clicking on the end screens? Now, there may be those of you in the audience who wants to do me a favor and go click on the end screens. I'm not asking you to do that. I do want to see legitimate results, although I'm going to say through the end of this month, I'm going to be making some other changes. So you're fine with experimenting for that. But through the month of July, I'd like to keep it organic to see if those actually help at all with building the channel. So, Ken, it's not for current viewers. Ken wants something that
And Scout Live said, isn't this June?
that can be clickable. Yeah, I said I want to see how it goes through July. That's next month. July is after June, Ken. I know you don't understand complex topics very well, so I'll explain that. That's why I want to test through the month of July. The rest of June is experimental. So if you guys want to go click on those other videos, fine. Because I'm going to be making some other changes to them. Now, since he totally distracted me. Oh, yeah. I get the idea that what Ken wants...
Scout Live said got it.
Yeah. What Ken wants is something that's clickable at the end of the live stream. No, that's not going to happen. If you want to send your viewers, your current viewers during a live stream to some other video, then put a link into the chat room for them to click on and tell them what it is and so on. That's the only thing that I can think of. Or tell them there's links in the description if you want to redirect your live stream audience to something else. So I see that you got it, that you now understand that July comes after June. I'm so happy for you.
Ken Stout Live said a redirect to myself.
Or yeah, you could do a redirect to yourself if you already have a show scheduled. Before you start your live stream, if you schedule another live stream or a premiere, before you start your live stream, then you should be able to configure that as a redirect from your show to your show. Yeah, you should be able to do that. I think I've done that before. Of course, people aren't clicking on that. They're getting redirected to it. So I have some emails lined up mostly from me to me, since I'm all self-absorbed. Here's a project I worked on last night. My grandson's Nintendo Switch had a broken button. The button itself wasn't physically broken, but it just was not working. I wrote bad on the one that I took out. Just wasn't working right. So they had bought a kit. They had replaced the right-hand button themselves, but the left-hand button required more disassembly than the right-hand button did. So this is the motherboard. There you see the thermal paste over the CPU. There's the speaker. This is the heat sink and one of those copper tubes. And then this metal heat dissipation and panel was involved. So you see there are all the screws. Let's see, all from here, all 8 of these squares was the parts for dealing with that. I got it all back. I got it all back together, and yes, it does work. And here it is. And the buttons work right, and it comes on when you unplug it from the charger. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, it's kind of dark. But anyway, it worked. Success. And let's see, what else do I want to get to? Let's get to chat room comments from yesterday. Oh, I got a F11 to bring that back down and click over here to get to this. Oh, I have an unboxing as well. I'll try to get to the unboxing, and I also have reminders about sleep. I guess I can show you all this. This is to remind me for the Nintendo thing and the unboxing. Sleep. Big Beast build last 2 nights. I put it sleep rather than hibernate because of the problem with that hard drive. After the computer shuts down, that's a hard drive that's intended to go into a network addressable storage NAS device, which would never be turned off. So it's contraindicated to shut the power down on those. That's what was causing, I think, what was causing me problems. Even blue screen of death. Let's get back here to a blue screen of death that I had on Big Beast build a little while back, and it says this WD filter sys. Now it is a Western Digital drive that's in there, so I'm not totally sure that that WD filter is referring to the Western Digital, but it might be. But I think it's a good choice to go ahead and replace it. That's a 6 terabyte drive that's in there now. I'm replacing it with an 8 terabyte. And oh, by the way, this is the external hard drive that Darren was talking about earlier, the Seagate expansion 8 terabyte external hard drive. And I suppose he made that comment on yesterday's video because I was talking about the Seagate drive that I purchased. which was 8 terabytes. Now let's see what else I got. So yeah, sleep. I kind of like the way the sleep was working. I have the power meter connected. When Big Beast Build is running, right now it's drawing 350, 360 watts. When it's on sleep, it's drawing 15 watts. So very tiny, tiny. Darren says, yes, I did. Got it. Then let's see what I'll get back to now. So I talked about sleep, that unboxing to get to. Let's hold that off till the end. And I did not bring in my razor. I'll have to use a dull pocket knife. Josh says he can hear me. Good. Chat messages. Ran Israel said, why 5,400 RPM? I looked for the 7,000 some odd. Couldn't find one in the Seagate Barracuda models. So that's just what they had. So that's why 5,400, the Seagate Barracuda, did not have a 7,000 some odd. Let's see, is that true with the Pro? Were the Pros also? I want to say the Pros were also surprisingly that low. Let's see, where can I get to that? That's my purchase. And then if
Keith said Pro is 7,200.
Pro is 7,200, huh? Okay, where's that chart that they got here? Do they show? In this comparison, they don't show the spinning speed. There's the 5,400. So if I come up to look at Pro, which the way I do that is I have to click on Barracuda Regular in order to see the Pro. I showed you that yesterday. So in here somewhere it should show the rotation speed. Yeah, there's the 7,200 RPM speeds. That jumped up to $276 for the 12 terabyte. From the 8 terabyte was $132. I thought that was a pretty big jump just to get the higher speed, and I don't think that speed difference is really going to make a difference. And also I've read some things about the speed difference that, well, I think it's debatable. How many rotations at 7,200 does it really catch the next piece of data with spinning that fast? I don't know. I don't want to argue it. I don't care about it. The stuff that I do on that drive is not time sensitive. So, and would you really notice, be able to tell the difference? I think you'd have to be doing time tests or benchmarks to see the difference. So the reason for $5,400 is because it was a big price jump. Ran Israel says, hint your hat. That was related to the MDGA.
Ran Israel said if it's just for backups, then no worries.
Yeah, backups and long-term storage, and I think I put my virtual computers there. Yeah, when Ran Israel put in the MDGA comment, what is that? I looked up, I found something about Maryland Goat Association or something like that, and Keith, I think, guessed make Doug great again, and I thought that was a joke, but now I'm thinking that's what Ran Israel really meant. Well, that has kind of
said, what games do you play on the Switch, Doug?
I don't. That's my grandson's Switch. I don't know what he plays on it. I think he plays Fortnite on it. And Roblox. And maybe a couple other things. But anyway, that idea, make Doug great again, I'm not a big fan of that specifically, but I think the next video that's going to come up here, it would be MTGA. MTGA, a short video, make troubleshooting great again. I'm a little bit leery about the association that MXGA has with politics. I don't want to go down that road, but if people will click on the video because of the MTGA out of curiosity, I got you, Rand. That might be okay. So you kind of triggered an idea. MTGA, make troubleshooting great again. All right, so I'll go see what that chat is about. That is over here. This is today's show. Pop out chat. Rand asked me to look. Solution to the puzzle. Oh, yeah. I and yeah. What MAGA? I'm not even going to pronounce what that says because I really am adverse to bringing up anything on the hot topics, the things that people disagree on. I don't want to get into politics. I don't want to get into sexual preferences. I don't want to get into religious preferences. I don't want to get into racial issues. Those are the things that divide people. Troubleshooting unites people. So yeah, I did realize that's what you meant. And let's see, where am I going to go to next? I think that was all he was trying to get me to understand there. So I do realize the association. There's that one that came in, MGGA, for Doug to figure out. Make Greg great again. That's Greg, right? Make Greg great again. Or make Groot great again.
Ken Stout Live said
That's
strike
it.
one.
It's got to be make golf great again. No, I think it's make Groot great again. Could be make golf great again. So Groot.
Ken Stout Live said strike two.
Groot was wrong. How about golf? Was golf correct? Waiting on Ken. Brian was
Ken Stout Live said it. Brian Lightfoot, you are correct.
Make golf great again. To make golf, first thing we do to make golf great again is ban Ken Stout from the golf course. Long Dog, given that he has 12,000 paying people, so he states, and all are paying roughly $7, are you talking about Twit? Yeah, I asked, sorry, that was Leo talking about Twit membership, 12,000 paying people, not paying $7, 12,000 people paying $7 a month to Steve Gibson. In the chat room, I couldn't understand whether he thought that was money going to Leo or to Steve. Where is all that money kind of going? I know there's expenses to be paid. That comes out to $84,000 a month. That does not meet their expenses. I promise you. Guarantee you 84,000 covers their loss of advertising. Doesn't cover, but helps offset their loss of actual advertising. He still needs more. He needs more to keep that organization going. He's trying to reduce expenses by getting rid of their studio, having everybody work from home. I think that's a good path. I think that whole business model that he had has gone away just because there's so much competition. And advertisers, I think, are realizing they're not getting all that much out of it. Gary Weisenberger is on every Windows 11 Home Pro and Corp that I've seen. I brought this back in here because I wanted to point out that Big Beast Build no longer has the whatchamacallit thing down here, but Baby Beast does. Baby Beast, I can move my mouse all the way over there now, which you're looking at Baby Beast now. I didn't preview what I had displayed on that screen. Fortunately, it was something that's okay. Baby Beast still has the preview Copilot, and it is a preview as indicated down here on this icon in the bottom right where it says PRE. So among normal users, which I would be considered by Microsoft as a normal user, because it's not a corporate edition, I'm not an insider. Among normal users, apparently the preview is still available and running. They give it to some, take it away from others, and Big Beast Build used to have the preview, and it went bye-bye. And what Gary was saying yesterday about a setting, if I go over, right-click on the taskbar, go to taskbar settings, it shows up in here, Copilot in Windows preview. I bet Gary's computers don't have the word preview there. I bet they have the full product. I can turn it on or off on Baby Beast. And I'm reluctant to turn it off here because if I turn it off, will they take it away? Would I be able to turn it on again? So that covers all of those that I had lined up to talk about today. That takes care of all of my email messages to myself. I'm clicking through. Nobody had Ken Stout and Carrie Holzman, neither of them had a show for me to redirect to. Darren Gilholm, I'm going to give him the thumbs up and the heart. I don't think I need to give him a reply with a timestamp. I talked about that tab, this, those end screens. Is there anything else lined up? Oh, okay, well, I wasn't planning to show this, but I had some videos in here recently, cell phone videos. My grandson and I messing around in the kitchen. I was thinking I might turn one or two of those into trailers. We were up at Millerton Lake Friday for Father's Day celebration, so that's mostly just scenery. I didn't actually get any video of us doing stuff, but these videos, and in fact, Braden actually said you should show this on your channel. I guess what I'll go to now is chat room. Scroll up here and see if there's things that I want to respond to. Commendatory, I caught that right off the bat. John Williams said, am I first? Commendatory, he put this in thinking, let's see if Doug figures this out. I think what this was instead of putting @ JOHN in order to address John Williams, he just put in the J. And then he says UP. So J sometimes can be pronounced with a Y sound. So he's saying, yup. Am I first? Commendatory replies, yup. But does it in a way that it's addressing it directly to John. Do you think that's what he really meant? Is Commendatory still here? That was shortly before the show, so I think he's actually there. Was it actually a typo, or is that what you meant? Jeff Ryman, hello. Rick Lakes, good to see you. Commendatory, good afternoon from Europa. John Williams, good morning to you too. People saying hellos and weather reports. Minor excitement, 20-minute power outage earlier this morning from Selden Ball. Brian, John, Mike, Alice. Hello from yesterday? An invisible man married an invisible woman. I don't know what they saw in each other. Plus their kids were nothing to look at either. All right, you got a genuine laugh out loud. Don't want to rush into anything. What was that? That was a speaker bot thing, I guess. Testing. Oystein, hello, good to see you. John Williams with Victor. Mind is a terrible thing to waste. No one understand what is the purpose of your increase, do they? That's just a Ken Stout thing. Random viewers, isn't this June? Got it. Ken Stout, redirect to myself. Yeah, that's what he would like to do. Or that's another way to direct people. Software company charges Canucks. Is that Alaskans, I think? $129 Canadian versus $83.95 US dollars. Geez, gouging anyone? I guess it's just more expensive for Canucks. Is that Alaska natives? 7,200. Yeah, that's the number. I would usually be
Ken
able to come up
Stoutlive
with that
said,
number.
do you think that the tube will ever figure out how to redirect on a live stream?
No. Well, redirect, yeah. They can redirect now. Are you asking end screens on a live stream? They can already do redirects. I do redirects all the time. On my live streams, I've redirected to you. So I don't think that's what he meant to say. Canucks are from Vietnam, according to Brian. All right. So people in Vietnam are charged Canadian dollars?
Ken Stoutlive said yes to clarify end screens.
Yeah, end screens. No, they can't. It's not technically possible because end screens take up the last 20 seconds of a video. How could YouTube possibly know when you're going to end your live stream until you end it? So how can they start the end screens 20 seconds before you end your live stream? That can't happen. You're asking for gravity to work in the opposite direction. Not possible. I mean, unless you give YouTube the authority to end your live stream. And then, even then, they still got to do the processing. So no, I don't see any way they could make a clickable object appear on your live stream 20 seconds before your live stream ends when it hasn't
Ken
ended
Stoutlive
yet.
said I'm not a smart man, but Doug knows all there is about the tube.
The tube. Yeah, cool kids call it the tube. It's not YouTube. That's for boomers. Calling it YouTube. He's such a boomer. Such a Doug. Lawn Dog makes an enterprise drive that runs at 7,208 gigabytes. Well, it could be. It might not be available through Amazon. Might be available on Seagate's site, website, to buy directly. I don't know. Shingled magnetic recording. Depends on whether the drive is shingled magnetic recording as well. Don't know what that means. Don't care. It's just for backups. No worries. Just provides better performance. Insignificant. Not really. I have played various drive speeds over the years, and it all just depends on what you're doing. Writing to a drive, a large file. 7,200 makes a difference. Yeah, if you're measuring the time of how long it takes and you care about that so you can move on to doing something else. Reading a file, not any real difference. Virtual machines belong on SSDs. If you're using them often enough, I think that would be significant. And I'm not sure whether mine are on, where mine are at. Let's see, we can find that out pretty quickly. If I go to this PC, I think I have them named. Long-term storage, virtual machines are on the V drive. Where is my V drive? Bring up disk management, disk Jammet, disk Jamaica, disk Jambalaya, disk Management. Where's my V drive? My V drive is on the spinning drive.
Jim KJ3N said Engrish.
Ran Israel. This was, yeah, I saw that. Virtual
John
machines.
Williams said overtime. Yahoo!
Yeah, I guess we are into overtime, aren't we? Also use an SSHD, Social Security high density. When they first came out, they were quite impressive. I have 1 terabyte model, I have 2 terabyte model. They start to behave differently when they start to get full. Now that's a reason for the long-term storage and stuff. One thing a difference that I don't hear people talking about, it is counterproductive to fill an SSD up. Once you get up to 80%, as I understand, you're going to start losing some performance. On a spinning hard drive, you can fill that sucker up and you're still going to get the performance. Although I recently filled up my backup drive to the point that backups were failing. But that's something you need to understand. SSDs need plenty of free space to keep that speed up, as I understand. I haven't tested that myself. That's what I hear. I think that's what he's saying here. They do, yeah.
Ran Israel said SSHD stand for solid state hard drive. A mechanical drive with flash-based cache?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ran Israel. So SSHD is a valid way to say it. Solid state hard drive. Mechanical drive with flash-based cache. All right. Got it. That's from me. Fall is a relative term. Fall or fail? Do you mean fall? Fall is a relative term. The 2 terabyte drives start to have performance differences while still having 800 gigabytes left.
Ran Israel said correction, solid state hybrid disk.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Solid state hybrid disk. Yeah, SSHD. Kind of turns on a regular hard drive in terms of
Darren Gilholm
performance.
said scan stout live.
Darren Gilholm said skin stout live. Are you trying to tell me he's got a show scheduled now? Ran wrote virtual machines belong on SSDs. FM for me. That's relating to something back there. Leo is having money issues. Yes,
Ken
because
Stout
no
Live
longer
said, I do
supported.
not, but might be talked into it.
No longer supported by the radio station. Well, there's not long for you to be talked into it if you want me to redirect to you. So he's got a pay into stream kind of service. Yeah, I did that. I paid in. I'm not sure. I might have canceled it, but I was on there for a fair amount of time, particularly because I wanted. There was something about they were going to have an ad-free offering, but I don't get ads anyway.
Ken Stout Live said, can you talk really slow?
There was something available on their Twit membership that I wanted. Done with that, and it wound up not being as attractive as I thought it would be. And I did watch that Security Now show from yesterday, by the way.
John Williams said got 2 commercials before live stream.
John got 2 commercials on my show before live stream, which means you don't have YouTube Prime or whatever that is. Skimming over a little bit more. Good one. Not sure what that was. I ran asking Keith for an explanation. I'm not going to try to figure that one out now.
Ken Stout Live said show is scheduled.
All right. How much is Copilot for the home user with Office 265? I don't know. I don't know how much it is for 365 or 265. Skimming. He's already got his show scheduled. I will look through those later. Let's go get Ken's show figured out. I have to refresh this page, otherwise I won't be able to see his show offered to me as a redirect. Hit edit, customization, redirect. Come over here, and there it is, the DaVinci debacle, and go there, and then go here, and then there's, let's see, the way I do that, oh yeah, the end screen in live. So, and I got to get myself centered. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to apply these end screens to my other shows, because then they're just going to come out weird. So we're going to go here. You can click, go look at that video for about free support. This one, how to get paid support. And this one to see a recent video on my channel. And this is what YouTube thinks would be most useful for you to watch on my channel. Have a great day, everybody. I will catch you later. Make troubleshooting great again.